Everyone get a sample?
You're going to have to pay attention and eat at the same time.
So, hey everybody. So my name is Rahul Chabria. I'm 22 years old. I just graduated from NYU, and I work at MasterCard in financial technology. 6 months ago, I started a salsa company with my parents here. This salsa was something that my mom always made in the house, and it was an amazing recipe, and we decided to start a company around it. That's called Mirchi. And so this is our core product. It's a mango strawberry masala salsa. And the reason we're kind of different is that we use very fresh ingredients, absolutely no preservatives, and we add special masala spices that are South Asian into the salsa to create a unique flavor. We're 100% shelf stable. We do not need any refrigeration because we vacuum seal our product. And we're gluten-free and vegan, and all organic. So our secret sauce in the product are really the spices that we add into it. This is our key differentiator in our different ingredients. We add chaat masala, which is a unique blend of different South Asian spices that we toast together, and some red pepper. So adding those flavors into the salsa is something very unique and disruptive in the condiment market today. So the story really goes back to my mom and kind of where she started with developing this recipe. Yeah, this is back in the day.
Look just the same.
This last one.
So hi, good morning. My name is Anita Chabria, and I came to this country about 30 years ago. I graduated from Columbia University in industrial engineering. I had a master's, and I always felt like there's a gap between the American culture and Indian food. So I tried to do something different, and so that's how I created masala salsa. And it's like it's a good combination of different foods, you know. So here it is. Yeah.
So, why did we decide to go into the market today? So, we've seen all of these trends of exotic foods and flavors entering mainstream retail today. The condiments and sauces market is a $24 billion industry, and salsa is actually the highest selling and the best selling condiment in the US, even over ketchup. And so there's a clear demand for salsa in this market. And in the consumer package industry, we're seeing a trend towards exotic flavors. The three most trending flavors in big box retailers today are fruit flavors, ethnic flavors, and spices, all of which are encompassed in our product. And so we feel that we have a very unique hold on the market. The sauces and salsa market has not been really disrupted with South Asian flavors. And so capitalizing on these trends and bringing a product that is clearly very popular to retailers in the US today and kind of merging the two together, I think is a perfect way to enter the market with our core product. So this is kind of, before we even started, we did a huge deep dive into what is in the market today. And on the left, we have kind of the top 3 selling salsas in the US, all of which use preservatives, do not offer any exotic flavors, and offer no fruit variety. And then even in the specialty stores, we still see a huge trend towards the Mexican traditional flavors. And so we find that our product is very different from what is offered today in these retailers, and we're able to kind of bring something new to the table. So why is there this trend? What are we really capitalizing on? It's the fact that the Asian American demographic is exploding in the US today, especially on the coastal regions and especially in New York. And so this region has seen a huge influx of Asian American individuals that have extreme buying power and crave these more exotic spices and exotic flavors. And so that's kind of creating this need for these flavors in different verticals. And so we think that it's a really great time now to enter the market and cater to not only this population, but the changing millennial and American population that's here today.
Yeah, so my name is Lalit Chabria, and I'm the dad. What we discovered also is not only there's an influx of the Asian population in this market, but also the American palate itself is changing rapidly over the years. It's because of travel. You know, all of us travel to these countries everywhere. We absorb the culture, we absorb the food, and then when we come back, we realize, kind of in a unique way, that our palate has changed. Look at the barbecues that we do. I don't know about you, but I don't use the regular barbecue sauce that comes out of the bottle. I spike it up, not with liquor, but you know, with all the other stuff in it to make it a little bit different. And that's because of our palates. It has changed over the years. And so that's something, you know, look at sriracha. It's, I don't know about you folks, but we use a lot of sriracha at home. We spice it up with everything. You know, you put a little sriracha here, a little sriracha there. And that's one of the things that we wanted to capitalize on, the changing American palate. How do we infuse that American palate with some other flavor, exotic flavor, bring it together, merge it together, and give it a unique opportunity to the retailers and to the wholesale industry to market a different product that is acceptable across the American household. And that's our goal in this.
So our go-to-market strategy. So, you know, initially when we were trying to figure this out, we wanted to understand, should we do e-commerce or straight retailers? And we feel that our product truly shines in a retail environment. We think that once consumers can see our product, see that it is completely fresh, completely organic, you can actually discern the different ingredients, but just by looking at the bottle. And we want to invest in having demos in the retailers themselves to have individuals taste the flavors. And something to my dad's point is, yes, spice is very much taken off, so the extreme, you know, red pepper spice. But something different that we also add is the complexity of different spices. So the chaat masala does not hit the palate in a red pepper spice way. It adds other South Asian influences into it. So we think that complexity of spices is really, really interesting and something that's not really being tapped in the salsa market today. So again, our plan now is, you know, we have everything approved, we have some co-packers that we would like to work with, and we want to get into retailers to test this product out. You know, we've done all our research and we think that this is a perfect market to do that, and so we definitely need help in getting into different retailers.
So our price per bottle that we've come down to, first of all, our unique identifying factor on the shelf is it's a 24-ounce bottle. What we've identified is that the current salsa supplies that are out there are either 12 ounces or 16 ounces. So how do we distinguish ourselves on the shelf? By having a 24-ounce bottle. And our current price point at the 24-ounce jar that we have, it's $3 at scale at wholesale. And retail, we're trying to target at $7.99 retail. So this is our price point. Our current production capacity is 300 bottles a week. That's because we're doing it ourselves. Can we upscale that? Can we bring that up rapidly, ramp it up? Absolutely. Give you a little bit of my background. I've been in the industry, not food industry, but in the operations type of industry, varies from automotive all the way to IT, in different sectors around all states of the United States. So I know how to ramp up things. I know how to get things going. I know how to employ people. I know how to make the machine work. So it's a question of getting the demand in, and it's a question of ramping it up. And at the current capacity that we have between us, while we keep our daytime jobs, is 300 bottles per week. Can we ramp it up? Absolutely. Once the orders come in, I mean, I can't say sky's the limit, but there is capacity to improve.
Yeah, so just to wrap it up, so you know, we really think that this product can cater to the increasing Asian American population in this region and also provide a unique product to their current American customer. We are 100% shelf stable. We do not require any refrigeration space at all, and because we're vacuum sealed, we don't even have an expiration date. So it can be on the shelves, and we have our certifications on that. We're gluten-free and vegan. So right now, what we need help with from the council is, one, we would love to hear your thoughts on our product and if there's anything you guys would want to see or change. And also, we do need help kind of getting into test retailers, you know, specialty food stores or even some larger retailers. That's kind of the new space that we're trying to navigate. We don't have that much experience in it, and we would love advice and help on kind of the next steps. So thank you so much.
And also, we'd love feedback to see, you know, how did you like the product?
Yeah.
If it's something that
Spicy or,
It is for me.
oh,
Mild, hot.
yeah.
So
yeah.
on the label, you'll see there are 3 chili peppers, and that's what it is. You know, so it's here we couldn't do that, but that's the idea. You know, we will have mild, medium, and hot.
Which
Which one was this?
Yeah.
It's got 3 chilies on it.
It was like medium.
Medium to hot.
Mine's got 3 on it. It's
No, I know.
yeah, it's quite definitely spicy.
Yeah, they all have 3, but we made it around medium. But yeah, let's
It's a
continue.
mild 3.
Yeah, does anyone else have any more questions? Yes.
And the vision is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Someone had a question.
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
I actually have a lot to say, but I'm going to have a discussion with you after. I have a lot of experience in the industry. First thing I would recommend you just very, very strongly, do not introduce a 24-ounce size.
Okay.
It will turn too fully at shelf at introduction, and you will lose your shelf space. You will go to stores, you'll bring this giant jar, if you get lucky, they'll take it, and you will lose your shelf space. 24 ounces is not, it's a very, very risky. There's a reason, I mean, you know, especially when you're a new product, the smaller the better, basically. You know, even like, if you see others that are more 12 and 16 ounce, I would go with 8 to 10. That's one very key recommendation. The other is that, you know, ideally you should, as quickly as possible, 3 varieties. So you could start out maybe in 10 stores locally, they'll take this, they'll try it out for you, you don't need to do a lot of demos. But you should be very ready to have 3 varieties of this once you expand beyond that. The other thing is that although I think this tastes great, I don't get enough of the Indian spice element. It's not differentiated enough in this taste to me. I've tasted other things like this. So I like the idea of the cultural mashup, and I think that that's definitely a big, you know, sort of trend in the industry, which you don't play enough in your presentation in terms of really discussing the cultural mashup aspect. But the 3 varieties, rather than maybe even different levels of spice, should be different, you know, types of Indian spice combinations to really play that up.
Got it.
So those are just sort of some really key recommendations. I have a lot more that I could discuss with you after.
Actually, we had a vision going forward
Right.
to combine it with different fruits or with and without fruits
Okay.
and Indian type of fruits.
Mm-hmm.
So yes,
Right.
absolutely. I'd love to have a conversation
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, in the back.
So I'm going to ask a nutrition question. What's the nutritional profile like, and are there any added sugars in it?
There's no added sugars.
Just honey.
Just honey, yeah. But
Okay.
in terms of the nutritional label, we are getting that developed now.
So it's not really vegan. Is honey in there, or you can't call it?
Yeah, I thought you said it was vegan.
Oh, you can't call it. You know, we're working on the.
That really depends on the person, but the
Yeah.
like hardcore vegans, no, they don't eat honey.
Oh, really?
Any
Nope.
animal products
Comes from an
are-
animal.
Any animal products
Comes from
in
an
there
insect.
Are not, would not be vegan.
Got it.
Yeah, so, like Ann, I go to a lot of the food shows and taste a lot of salsas. I agree 100%. I agree with pretty much everything she said, but most especially, I agree with the 24 ounce. I think you're gonna have a hard time getting new shelf space in a retailer. And also, I throw out about 50% of my salsas after I put them in the refrigerator. And these are 12 and 16 ounce bottles. So I just think that you're gonna be having consumers waste a lot of your salsa after they open it. I think if you want to offer it as a differentiator, maybe you can keep that in your profile down the road or down in your business plan, but definitely smaller jars better.
Or larger sizes for food service.
Yeah, food service, exactly. So I think having it as an option for the Cisco's of the world and stuff like that, you know, definitely you can keep it in your wheelhouse. I do like the flavor. I think that it is different than a lot of the salsas I've tasted. My question is your go-to-market strategy focused on the Asian market first and then general, like more widespread, or are you trying to go to both at once?
So, I mean, our goal is to, you know, develop a product that the general American population can use that infuses those spices in there. You know, we think that targeting the Asian American market is definitely a viable option, but we would love to kind of start with both because we think that we can bring these Asian flavors to the general population.
If there's, I don't know the Asian market, but if there is no competitive salsa in the Asian market, then you might want to get a toehold there first, or you know, get your scale up in the Asian markets, and then you have enough sales to leverage your revenue to market, you know, more generally or more widespread.
Got it. Yes.
Also, I know you guys were talking about specifically going retail versus online sales, but I think, you know, why not do both? With online sales, you can be targeting specific demographics, the exact demographics that understand your product already, and you could be marketing to them. Because it doesn't have to stay in a refrigerator, my thought is that shouldn't be too hard to ship. And then also, when you're hitting these people who understand your product and are eating a lot of it, as you guys are, then you could probably be selling those big 24 ounces online, and shipping them.
Yeah.
Great point, yeah. Absolutely, thank you.
Great. Well,
One of the things I understand about the ethnic markets, broad brush there, is that they love the foods that remind them of home, the packaging, the brands that remind them of home. So if I look at this, I don't know that this is something that's going to remind them of home. The flavor profile, what you have, especially if you kick it up a notch, is certainly going to match with their heritage and their understanding. But I don't know if I walk into a market in Bombay, am I going to find a mango salsa with equivalent kick and equivalent packaging or some sort of logo that's going to look like home? I don't know that I'm going to find that. So I got to find another way to express to them this is something like home, or it's got the flavor profile that's going to be good, rather than, because you got to disconnect that it's not the beer, the Kingfisher beer from back home.
So we tried to establish that connection in two ways. One is with the name Mirchi. Mirchi is the Indian name for pepper or for spice. You know, and second is this this labeling. So that's the labeling that we intend to put on the jar.
Right.
And you know, and obviously the ingredients, you know, and the nutrition facts that go with it. So these are the visual impact cues that we wanted to put on the jar initially.
Right.
And how else to do that would be the flavoring, and I don't know how else, you know, demos in the retail environment so that, you know, people can understand what it is.
great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One quick question. So from safety point of view, where do you see their obstacles? Why don't we tie this back into what we just discussed, and where do they have to do to get ready? We talked about the clients, we talked about the labeling and some of the other stuff. Where do they need to watch out for?
Yeah, I think number one would be to have all the proper shelf life testing information on hand. From a production standpoint, if you're going to have a co-packer do it, I'd want to make sure that you do your research and find someone who's going to be able to manage all of the food prep that goes into a salsa. Yeah, and then of course, again, sourcing your fruits and vegetables there's going to be a big one, because I've been to the terminal market here in the Bronx, and it matters where it comes from. So definitely make sure that you do your due diligence when you're sourcing, when you go to a more wholesale approach for sourcing your fruits and vegetables, that you're getting it from someplace that's holding it appropriately as well, sort of in between, that you might not know about, because different stores will get their fruits and vegetables from other people, like at a terminal market, and it'd be good to have that information before you start bringing all of that into your bottle.
Okay, thank you.
Because they're not all the same. That's all. That was my whole point about that, is that they're not all the same.
Great.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.